2021, we began writing for an acoustic album.
We thought, let's do an original track, acoustic. Like, let's try writing a song like we do when we break down these Bones tracks.
We realized, this is the last fully finished song that we did with Andy before he died.
I think we all just grew an attachment towards that song, given its emotion and the feeling it kind of provokes when you listen to it. And I think especially after everything happened, we came back and listened to that and we're like, holy shit, this needs to be on the new record.
The first session that we did after he passed,
we're like, all right, we need to add strings and stuff, add this new element. And so I contacted our friend, Danny Torgerson. I asked him if he could help do the arrangement and if you could find people to play on it.
What's going on? Where are we at? What's going on right now? What are we doing?
We're about to dive into the violas.
Show me your areolas. It's time for violas.
And for me, that was the first time I had recorded strings. So I was a little nervous, how are we gonna get this to sound, you know what I mean?
Like in the new context of not having Andy, it's like everything felt a lot deeper and the lyrics were more heartfelt.
The way Andy sang and his rasp in his voice, and it was just so genuine.
I remember after the last person left, I just broke. I was holding it in the whole day just to get through the session, you know what I mean? It's funny now looking back, we kind of make jokes or laugh about it because I remember Ryan being like, oh yeah, that's the first thing we need is just hearing a violin all day long while we're listening to his voice. And literally I think that's what broke me at the end of the night.
You're teaching me lessons when I was so reckless. You were there for me. There for me.
We knew it was going to be the final song on the album.
Us adding the strings, we felt this feeling when we heard Andy's voice with these soft strings, and it was just so beautiful. And given the situation, we felt like we needed to really build it out into a full produced Katastro song that would fit on the record.
It's the perfect closer to Until the End of Time. Once we decided to put it on the actual album itself, we're it's kind of free reign to add whatever we wanted.
We added extra drums, set up an extra snare drum in the tracking room, so we have kind of a drumline thing going. Tracking drums for Muse, last song on the album. Ryan added extra synths, extra bass.
Made it into something huge and build up, and they let me lay into a guitar solo at the end.
Tanner's solo is so sick at the end of Muse.
This song to me feels more like that hope aspect and bringing people up, and it's more of a everything's gonna be okay kind of vibe.
Healing is a really brutal thing. It looks different to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think Muse, the song, is a good metaphor for everything, honestly, we've been going through the past 2 years.
The whole song takes you through this wild ride of life almost. There's love, there's heartbreak and healing, there's learning life lessons. I really do want people to feel something when they listen to this song. And for the people that miss Andy, I hope that this can make you feel closer to him, and I hope it can get you through a hard time too.